Welcome to this edition of City Pulse. I'm Travis Leamons, your host. We've got a lot to get to, including breaking ground on an interactive art installation, plus a ceremony recognizing Texas Women Veterans Day. Before we get to all that, I want to make a formal complaint to the heat index. Chill out. I step outside, and I've got to be careful I don't break into a sweat before making it to my car. Apparently, the rest of Houston knows the feeling, as thousands recently braved the heat to watch Mayor Turner lead the annual Juneteenth Parade.
Today we celebrate freedom, emancipation. Happy Juneteenth, guys! Mayor, Sylvester Turner!
Well, this one is special. I'll continue to come and participate, but this is my last one as mayor. It's special. The city has embraced it. Council members from all over come out and being supportive. It's a celebration of African Americans and slaves that were set free in 1865 in Galveston that migrated to Houston and all over the country, quite frankly, all over the world. But it's recognition that in a diverse community, we can celebrate each other's history because it's a part of our collective history. And as mayor, the fact that we are the most diverse city in the United States, but we are a very inclusive city, that's what I'm most proud of. Because you can be diverse, separate, segregated, and apart. The question is, can we be diverse and inclusive at the same time? And when we celebrate everybody's history and their achievements, quite frankly, we lift up the whole city in a very collective and inclusive way. So I'm very proud of it. Whatever your story is, it becomes our story.
Juneteenth is considered the longest running African American holiday, and the day was recognized as a federal holiday in 2021. Switching gears, the mayor's office has entered the podcast arena with H-Town Horseshoe. It's a podcast where they give you the inside scoop on new ideas and initiatives ongoing in the administration, plus the different city departments, and of course what happens around the City Council Horseshoe. Here's a clip from an episode where Police Chief Troy Finner was a guest.
Homicide numbers. Mm-hmm. That's what we get judged on as police chiefs around the nation. It gets you hired and it can get you fired. Mm-hmm. But it's so much to it. It is a thing where everybody has to pitch in and send those numbers down. I want to say that we're 26% down.
You can follow the H-Town Horseshoe podcast on these social media platforms. Mayor Turner and the Mayor's Office of Veteran and Military Affairs held a special reception in celebration of Texas Women Veterans Day. The event recognized 6 honorees ranging in age from 75 to 104. The day serves as a reminder of the brave women who have proudly served in our armed forces.
Oh, say, can you see?
Thankfully, on June 12, 1948, the Women's Armed Services Integration Act was signed into law by President Harry S. Truman. This year marks the 75th anniversary. Is a day to honor women who have served and reflect on their dedication to our nation. They are our grandmothers, mothers, daughters, neighbors, and co-workers. The great state of Texas continues to have the largest population of women veterans in the country at approximately 200,000. Today, women are serving in greater numbers in combat and leadership roles in the nation and around the world.
I often say that you don't break a glass ceiling without getting cut up along the way. But I would have never had these experiences I've had the career that I've had, lived the life that I have today without the sacrifice and efforts of the female veterans that came before me. The last 75 years was not a primrose path for those ladies joining us today and all others who have served. It was a knockdown, drag-out fight for existence. Use these women as an example to challenge the status quo. Take up space, be loud, fight for a seat at the table, because together we can even the playing field for all.
And so let's show our appreciation by thanking them for their contributions while serving in the Army, the Navy, Marines, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. Happy Women's Veterans Day.
One group's mission to inspire creativity is making Houston its newest canvas. I'll explain when City Pulse returns.
Metro is here for you every day, providing safe, reliable travel options. We take you to celebrations and help during emergencies. We're always listening to the community, and we manage taxpayer dollars responsibly. And thanks to overwhelming voter approval, we're building transit for today and tomorrow so that you can drive less and do more.
Lots of people with completely different backgrounds coming together for a greater goal represents Houston as a whole.
And everybody has a different style, but that's kind of our thing. We're very proud of how different we are.
Eat, drink, sip, slurp, love. Whether you're looking for dine-in or takeout, indoor or al fresco, downtown Houston's restaurants and bars are open and ready for you. Join us. We are downtown.
Moments shared with loved ones are precious. Joy, enchantment, connection. It's why we travel. At Houston Airports, we know the magic of flight begins the moment you secure your parking spot and embark on your journey. That's why we work so hard to bring you the most convenient parking solutions that are the best fit for your trip. If you're traveling for business or leisure, whether your voyage starts from Bush Intercontinental or William P. Hobby Airport, our parking team at Valley Parking, Eco Park, Eco Park 2, or Terminal Parking is here to give you a first-class experience with a big Texas smile. We're here for you to ensure this moment and every moment in between will be filled with great memories that will last a lifetime. So travel smarter, park smarter, and get more of the moments that matter.
You're a local. You're one of us. And we want to give you a richer, more exciting experience.
Come on.
We'll share the food that wowed national cooking shows and take you to the attractions that put us in travel and leisure's top 50 places to visit in 2023. And then we'll take you out to a ball game to see our World Series champs. Let Houston take you further. Let's get together. Book your stay today.
Welcome back. Okay, raise your hand if you can state that you've seen a mayor tag a historically designated building. Meow Wolf, an immersive and interactive art experience, recently broke ground in Houston's 5th Ward. What was unusual about this groundbreaking is that instead of shovels, spray paint was used.
Hey, when I say 5th Ward, you say forever. 5th Ward! 5th Ward!
I'm proud to stand here today and announce the city's partnership with Meow Wolf. And through this public-private partnership, Meow Wolf has committed to renovating and rehabbing this historical 1917 warehouse and anchoring it with complementary retail, restaurants, and art-focused interactive entertainment gallery space.
Graffiti is the visual language of hip-hop. Already being artistically inclined, this was the first time that I saw kids that looked like me, that weren't from rich neighborhoods, that, you know, just from the ghetto, that were making art with spray cans. And I was like, yo, if they can do that, I can do that. Seeing yourself in the artist.
So many of our kids all over the city who are coming up in communities like the 5th Ward, who are highly talented, and sometimes you cannot be what you cannot see. And by Meow Wolf being here, it makes it available for them to see and be inspired and to be encouraged. They know that this is a city where they belong and where they are valued.
Portals open.
In the weeks leading up to Juneteenth, the city held the 6th annual Africa Day at the George R. Brown Convention Center. The event showcased the diversity of the nation's 4th most populous city and its global presence. Here's HTV's ShaVonne Herndon with more.
African music echoed throughout the George R. Brown Convention Center as hundreds came out to celebrate Houston's Africa Day.
You are my friends, and you are friends of this city. And for many, if not most of you in this room, Houston is your city. And you come from Africa, you're now living in this city, Houston is your second home.
In fact, there are roughly 61,000 African-born people living in Houston, adding a huge economic boost for the area.
And we are encouraging other businesses, companies, corporations to do more business in Africa.
And representatives of ShaVonne echo those sentiments.
Have experienced considerable economic growth that has impacted not only the financial standing, but also has resulted in jobs and better standard of living for the citizens in our African country and our partners.
Meanwhile, as a proclamation is handed out,
therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim this day, May 19, 2023, as Africa Day 2023.
Mayor Turner is also honored in return.
For all that is doing for Africa to be one, to unite with America, it's going to be well with you for God's sake.
For the City of Houston Office of the Mayor, I'm ShaVonne Herndon.
Now getting back to this heat wave, like Rob Thomas in Santana, man, it's a hot one. I'm talking flaming hot, Cheetos hot. Kind of like one of the bikes you'll see in our last story about the ABCs: art, bikes, and creativity.
Excited to be a part of the bike action, trying to be, an advocate for cycling in the city.
It's a great event to just bring kids and have family time.
For the kids, come on out. It's really fun. Get some workout.
You know what? I think this is great because the extracurriculars are so important for them to be able to put together things like math, the reading, the history, and then they get to put it together a way that's kind of fun.
If you build the infrastructure and people feel as though it's safe, people will use it.
I'm a 15-year member of the Art Car Parade. It's an old Schwinn Stingray bike that I modified, and so I went Day of the Dead theme.
Here is a great example of the best bike is the one that you ride.
So we came up with the idea of pollinators, and we had a lot of old flowers from being an art teacher from different projects.
And of course, really glad with all of the kids here, there's going to be a future for the bike parade.
It's a wonderful feeling. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Great to see so many people from the community. Seeing a lot of my classmates out here. We had Mayor Turner out here too.
It's about really being creative, innovative, riding the bikes.
If you want to be a part of something like this,
kind of just get your idea.
So start early.
Definitely try to get involved.
Just come out, it's a great event. Bring the kids.
Get on a bike, get active.
Yeah, if you can dream it, you can do it.
And showcasing the fact that Houston is no longer just for trucks and cars.
That will do it for City Pulse this week. I'm Travis Leamons. Until next time, do better and be kind.